Shot, save. You got to give it to the Rebels goaltender. He has had a unstoppable type day. Just stellar. That shot is going to be tipped up into the netting and out of play. We get our first break in the action. 18:20 to go in the third period. Owls holding on to the 1-goal lead. We're live here from the Cooler. Make sure to come check out the Cooler and, of course, the Atlanta Ice House, where tomorrow night's game will be live. The home of Owls hockey this season. Rebels trying to keep it in, trying to get a shot on goal. Get a few. If not for good defense there, Lackley would have had to make a miraculous save. Going to be played along behind the Rebels net. Giving chase on that one. KSU, who gets the turnover? That is Ashton Nolte, who comes to the top of the key, fires a shot, and he had traffic down below, and number one still stops the puck. This faceoff will be to the left of the goaltender, to our right, if you're watching on closed circuit television. That is Owen Foster taking faceoff. He's going to win. Back to the Owls. They try to one-time slap that one in. Instead, that is going to be played up into the high seats. Nice save by the fellow in the blue hat. Wonder if he has any eligibility left. Owen Foster going to take this draw again to the right of the opposing goaltender. Owls try to move quickly. Instead, it's going to be played back in. Rebels are going to have it. They're going to be coming the other direction. Here they come. Shot pushed aside. As now the Owls will regroup, and they'll try to get some sort of momentum going. That is Jack Lackley, Connor's brother. They will battle along in between the net, or just to the left of the net. Played ahead, almost tapped in. That the goal has come off. A little bit of push and shoving, a little bit of a disagreement. Cooler heads will prevail. 17:10 to go in the third period. Still 2-1 Owls. The goals earlier by John Ronson and James Kravis. Connor Lackley with at least a dozen saves. This faceoff will be just outside the blue line. Washington takes the faceoff. Puck comes back to his defenseman. That's Essex Moser. He's going to try to play that in. Goes along behind the goalie. Goalie's going to play it. Instead, Essex is going to be on. Nope. That's Owen Foster. Trying to play it. They're going to play it ahead. Ole Miss trying to get some sort of momentum going. Instead, it's going to be turned over, knocked back into the Ole Miss defensive zone. Here come the Owls. They're going to try to fan out, try to get some sort of shot in there. Instead, it's going to be that's Chris Scott trying to get a shot in. He's going to tap one in. There's a goal. Not sure who that was. I thought it was Aaron Montgomery. I could. It was the Milkman. The Milkman delivers 48. Number 48, Chris Scott. $48. You can still announce it. Number 48, Chris Scott. The Milkman delivers. Makes it a 2-goal lead. That was a tap in by the net. There was a couple different people could have got a stick on that. Instead, the Milkman says, I got that. It's going to play along the near side, up in the corner. Owls still pressing, trying to get it away from their goaltender. And looks like they're able to clear. They try to clear the net, try to clear the zone rather. So it's going to be stopped, cleared out into the neutral zone. Now we're back into their defensive zone, still trying to clear it. Ole Miss doing a good job of keeping it in. Connor Lackley's just going to cover that one up. 15:34 to go. It is now a 3-1 lead by the Owls, as a small conglomerate of fans have decided they want to go to the other side of the stands. Face-off won by the Owls. They have won a majority of the face-offs tonight. That is something that carried over from last season. Way long behind. They're still trying to clear the net. That's number 18. He had the lone goal for Ole Miss. Not able to get a shot off. Here come the Owls. The Owls try to play it ahead. That is just out of the reach of Travis, I believe. A couple decent hits into the boards by both teams there. Ole Miss to push it the other direction. It's going to go free and clear into the zone. Here we play back around to James Kravis, who almost had an open net, tried to put a shot on, pushed just aside. Good defense by Ole Miss. Here's Ronson in the corner. Decides to play the player, not to. Looks like Ole Miss took a lot of exception to that hit, but he'll get over it. Rebels to regroup. They're going to push it out of the back, trying to build up some sort of momentum. KSU not getting any sort of, not letting them get any sort of momentum. Pressure still on the back. Ole Miss still trying to press it. They are all by their own blue line. That was Sebastian Zamborski, who is proven his worth as the second line winger. He has been all over the ice tonight. This puck's going to go behind Connor Lackley. Played back ahead. Ole Miss intercepts. They're going to try to get into the zone. Instead, they're going to be swarmed by a host of Owls. They're going to play it ahead. Kennesaw trying to get the tap in down below. Cannot quite get it through the Ole Miss defense. Here come Ole Miss. Lackley just going to step on that one. Say, let's take a break. 13-14 left in the third period. 2-1 lead still, or 3-1 lead rather, for our Owls. Fresh bodies hitting the ice. Owen Foster to take the faceoff to the left of his goaltender. Kennesaw wins the draw. It's going to be played back to Essex. Essex going to play it along into the corner. That's going to pop up and touch the net. That is going to be out of play. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night's game will be at the Atlanta Ice House, just past Town Center Mall and KSU campus. It's going to be the same Ole Miss Rebels. That was a shot. Pushed just aside. He couldn't hang on that one by Chris Scott. Scott by far with one of the hardest shots on this team. Now play will go to the left. Rebels trying to get some sort of momentum. Cannot quite get anything through that back line of KSU. Played into the back. KSU's going to have it. They're trying to find somebody around the side. Can't quite get it. He's going to circle around behind the net. Try to wrap around. Just off the skate of Chris Scott, who could have tapped that in if it would have been a little closer to his stick. A little bit of confusion near the KSU bench. Ole Miss will take it into the zone. Heavily outnumbered, cannot quite put the shot off. Kennesaw may only have 3 goals, but they have deflected at least a dozen different attempts from the Ole Miss Rebels. Has played along in front, but nobody there to tap it in. Here come the Rebels. Rebels up to the top. No help, tries to tap it in. His teammate cannot put a stick on it. Instead, the Owls will play along behind their own net and regroup. Puck is going to come back into the defensive zone for the Ole Miss Rebels, where the Owls do give chase but cannot come up with it. Into the offensive zone. Here come the Rebels. Just under 11 minutes to go in this one. Owls are pressing. There's the shot. The tap in. Kick save and a beauty. Blocker pad goal. Referee watches an Owl get dumped on his keister and does nothing.
I don't think anyone knows where the puck was.
A little bit of confusion as to where the puck may actually be. I would check the pocket of the zebra.
Is it a home game tomorrow? At the next house.
Ronson's going to take it. Dish back to. That was dish back to Bradley Burton. Bradley Burton. That is going to be whistled for the penalty. Looks like number 16 for the Rebels is going to take his own little timeout. He's going to go sit in the box and think about what he did for at least 2 minutes or until the next Owls goal. Ole Miss, once again, not sure how many people they can have on the ice, as there are now 3 people on the ice when they're only down 1. There's the 4th guy. Kensaw's going to win the draw. Moser's going to play it back to his teammate. Teammate over in the corner. That's going to go up into the rafters. That almost hit the disco ball, folks. This faceoff is going to be to the right of the Ole Miss goaltender, who has stood on his head tonight and is the main reason why they are in this game. That is John Ronson taking the draw. He was looking to tap it back to his teammate, which he does, who finds his other teammate. They're going to try to put one on net. It's a bouncing puck, gets deflected. That was Jaden Price, who had a deflected shot. Kennesaw's going to play it back. They still hold the one-man advantage for the next minute 32. Under 10 minutes to go in the contest. Ole Miss still doing a good job of clogging the passing lanes, making it really difficult for Kennesaw to get any sort of momentum once it gets into the offensive zone. Puck gets deflected, and here comes Ole Miss. Ole Miss tries to play it up. Kennesaw steps in front of them, a little bit of physicality later, and it's going to be played back to regroup by Jaden Price behind his goaltender, Connor Lackley. Leaves it for a teammate. They're going to do a line change. About 44 seconds left in the power play. A little bit of pressure from Ole Miss. The Owls up the far side. Going to be played along. That is Sebastian Zamborski. Plays it back to his teammate on the far side. A few passes Zamborski's going to crank one. I'm not sure if that hit iron. That hit something and got deflected. Penalty is about to expire. It is 5-on-5 hockey as here comes the fifth player for Ole Miss. He has completed his essay. He has said he's sorry, and he is back on the ice. 5-on-5 hockey, and not a lot has changed as Kennesaw still has possession. Ole Miss trying to just clear the puck out of the way. Ashton Nolte in the corner. There comes his teammate to help. Here comes two teammates to help. They're going to try to clear it out to the defenseman. Now, back over to Zamborski. Fakes the shot, then throws one in just off the glove, covered up by the goaltender. I tell you, if Sebastian Zamborski is going to continue to crank out shots like Chris Scott normally does, there's going to be a lot of goals in his future. 7:51 to go, 3-1 Owls over the Rebels. Faceoff is going to be to the left of the Ole Miss goaltender. Kennesaw again with the draw. Going to try to play it out. It's going to be tap back. Ole Miss has the odd man rush. Connor easily covers that one up. And we have a little tussle behind the net. I believe Connor's teammate took a little offense to the extra movement at the end of that, but he seems to be all right. 7:43 to go. Faceoff should be to the left of Connor. Looks like we're gonna get a penalty. Looks like it's just gonna be on Ole Miss. Best guess here. Looks like he might get an instigation penalty because interference. Ole Miss seems to disagree. Unfortunately, it is not up to them. We're going to get another 5-on-4 advantage for our Owls. 7:43 to go in the third period as Ole Miss sits for another 2 minutes. We've got Sousa, Kravis, Ronson, Price, lots of play in near the net, but nothing tapped in. Kennesaw continues to play it out. They're going to play it back into the zone instead. Ole Miss is going to get it, tap it into the zone, try to take a shot. It's going to get tapped aside. Looks like another penalty on Ole Miss. That's going to be number 18, the goal scorer, who told the crowd some things I can't repeat to my mother. And I believe he's been given the gate. Number 18 has been told, go take a cold shower. Probably for his gesture and motions to the crowd. Just uncalled for. This is a good, clean game. As the officials are going to officially sort this one out, they're going to send everybody back to their benches. They're going to try to understand what they actually want to call here. 7:11 left to go. Once again, folks, you should be glad that my earpieces do not pick up the people below us. They are saying a lot of things that you should not repeat to your mother or your grandmother. The officials are continuing to try to figure this one out. Once again, we are here live at the Cooler in Alpharetta. Come check out. They've got some Great food, great atmosphere. Come for the free skates. They do a lot of events here at the Cooler. And also tomorrow night, we'll be at the Atlanta Ice House, which is the season home for the Kennesaw Owls for the rest of the season. We will see the same Ole Miss Rebels. And that one, that tip-off, that puck drop, rather, is somewhere around the 8 o'clock range. Happy Saturday to all you guys as we are celebrating the start of the weekend. Scorers table still trying to figure out. Looks like 2 minutes are going to be added for the latest penalty. There's probably more than that, but they can only show 2 at a time. Looks like they are starting to sort everything out. Face-off is going to come to the right. No, to the left of number 1 for the Rebels. This is going to be a 5-on-3, I believe, as number 92, I believe, is going to serve the penalty for number 16. Or he's trying to. Now he's able to. Penalty more than likely on number 18, who got the gate. 92 is going to serve the penalty. Like I said, it's got to be his behavior got him the gate. Yep, he's going to get a 5-minute major. So it's going to be a 5-minute major added to that 2 minutes. Just unruly behavior. You can't have that. But 5-on-3. Shot is saved. In theory, folks, for everybody trying to do the math, there is a 2-minute penalty attached to the 5-minute. He will serve the 5-minute regardless, but I believe if the right amount of goals are scored, he could come out of the box for the 2. Nolte with it here. They're just going to start teeing off on these shots, and it is going to be quite the firing squad against Ole Miss here. Another shot saved by Ole Miss. .648 to go. Minute 6 to go in the first penalty. Quite a bit more for the second. Kennesaw back with another big slap shot saved by Ole Miss goalie. We are going to see some line changes, yet nobody wanted to do so. It's still 5-on-3, 2-goal lead for Kennesaw. They're going to play it back. Slap shot to the back. That was number 90, Zamborski. Sebastian Zamborski more than earned his keep. Folks, you may not have heard of him. You can't say that after tonight. He's had some. Ladies and gentlemen, that's now 4-1 Owls, and Zamborski is slowly becoming the favorite of the crowd. That is going to nullify the first penalty, and he is out of the box. 6:27 to go in the other. I said, I believe he serves the 5, and he can get out sometime during the 2. 6:29 to go. 4-1. Owls still have the one-man advantage. They're going to play that back. Play a little bit of toss into the corner. Looking for his shot. Looking for somewhere down below. His teammates aren't quite where they can do a shot. That's going to go up into the netting. 6:10 to go. 5:59 left in the penalty. Ole Miss going to get it and just try to slap that one out. It is going to clear the zone. Kennesaw is going to have to clear the zone in order to build back up. Here they go. They're going back into the zone. Just going to throw that one through. James Kravis. His second of the game. James Kravis buries one in the back. There's a reason why he is the captain, by the way, guys. By the way, if you're not here live and listen to this new goal song, then you are missing out tonight. Great choice for the goal song from the team. Still 5-on-4 as they're serving the major part of the penalty. Looking to add more, 5-1 KSU. It's going to be another penalty. I believe it's Ole Miss who continues to get chippy and continues to go to the box. That's going to be 2 minutes for tripping. Boys and girls, if you are at home, boys and girls, if you're listening at home, it is never polite to trip anybody, especially on an ice rink. That is going to be another 5-on-3 advantage. I think at some point the actual players on the ice need to hold their teammates accountable for leaving them hanging like this. Another slap shot. They are just teeing off on shots because Ole Miss down 2 players is just having a hard time playing the same defense they were before. And they're going to regroup. They're going to come into just the side. That goalie, man, he has played a heck of a game. That's going to play back in, tapped out. Ole Miss at this point just looking for some sort of reprieve as the Owls will come back in